Hello, everyone. Let me share this stream, people. Share this stream. Um, Today we will obviously, by the name of the name of the video, we will be talking about um, um, the best picture, or not just best picture, just the nominees in general. Yeah, we'll be talking about all the nominees, best picture, all the ones I've seen. I haven't seen like every single one. I've seen all the feature length ones, so we shouldn't have a problem there. We should be able to talk about all of those. It's the other like nominees. Like I have seen the animated shorts, but I haven't seen like the live action shorts, and I've seen like 3 of the documentary shorts. But everything else should be good. I want to kind of wait till people show up. I'm posting this everywhere I can. Um, I try to do this like in the middle of the day. Hopefully that will get some comments. All right. I'm gonna be going in the order that I'm gonna be going like the order that the Oscar, whatever it's called, the Oscar website has them. I'm doing all right. I just got back from kind of a little bit of a road trip, so I need to just do one more thing. Link live. All right. All right. So, as I'll just start, if more people want to join, that's cool. As I'm talking, I'm going to be typing the other banners. So, besides some banners here for the names. So yeah, we'll be starting with All Quiet on the Western Front, directed by who directed this? Who directed this? All Quiet on the Western. Edward Berger. That's probably not how you pronounce his name. I don't have a favorite album from last year. We don't listen to music like that. Like I don't listen to albums. Really. Movie would be Banshees, the Banshees of Inisherin, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, All Quiet on the Western Front by Edward Berger. I have not seen the original All Quiet on the Western Front. I've only seen this remake because it got nominated. This movie is for some reason like a really big deal to people, even though it's literally just like every war movie you've ever seen. Ever. Like you wanna like you can just take scenes from your average war movie and you can compare them to this. It's very boring. It's nominated for like almost every technical award, and the only one I can really see is cinematography. It's honestly bad. I don't like it. It's so boring. It's not interesting at all. The characters are not well developed. The cinematography is like the only part of it that I can really say I liked. The score is obnoxious. Like it's like this bass score that's just like over and over again, and it's annoying. It's very what was it nominated? That was stupid. Isn't it like nominated for like screenplay? Let me look. I'm looking at the website right now. No, I haven't played Red Dead Redemption 2. Let's see. It got score not deserved. It got picture not deserved. It has production design. It was all right. The production design was fine. Sound, it was really loud. Visual effects were not the best. Yeah, adapted screenplay, not the best screenplay. Most of the my favorite film. That's a hard question. I can give like many. I like I can give many scores, but like this, yeah, this movie. I don't understand why it's nominated for this many awards. I don't understand why it's fucking like so popular. Like it's like the it's the Netflix movie. It's the new popular Netflix movie, right? Where it's like, oh, it's a foreign thing, and us Netflix viewers only watch American things. So since it's foreign, it's like the Squid Game thing. It's like, oh, it's this new foreign thing, but yeah, it's just like I want to watch the original. I just didn't have time, and I was kind of like, I want to, get these nominations out of the way. But yeah, 4 out of 10 was not a fan. I like the cinematography. It started off decent, but then as it went on, it was just like, okay, this is boring, and I don't care. Um, there are way better war movies. If it win, it's gonna win international. That's guaranteed. It's the only Here's the thing of the Oscars. I've realized if it's nominated for Best Picture, it's gonna get the international. So yeah, it's gonna get international. That is true. Next, we have Avatar: The Way of Water. I watched this yesterday, actually. I need to start creating the next better. I watched this. I watched this yesterday. Um, was not a fan. First Avatar, I think it's fine. That's not how you spell Pinocchio. It's fine. Uh, it's not a bad movie. I think James Cameron certainly did some great things with that movie, but the overall plot is just not interesting. This movie takes the things I don't like about the first film and then just completely just like gets rid of the things I liked, other than maybe the visuals. Like no, sorry, oh god, no, oh god, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I need to edit this one. But yeah, like it. I would have done this before, but I didn't know how much time I had. But it's very boring. That's so like yeah. It's like I don't use headphones. Other than music, other than listen to music, I don't use like professional. Like I don't have a headset. I have like little like things you connect to your phone to listen to music. But like um, it's a well made. It looks beautiful. Um, but it is not one. It's not worth the 3 hours. It is so long for no reason. The first one was long too, but I don't remember it being as unnecessary. I the first one was just like a passive experience that I didn't hate and I didn't like. But I didn't like. Like I was like, all right. This one, on the other hand, it's just like so just not good, and um the writing is really bad for the most part. It's very cliched. Think of like think of a sequel and think of the things that movies usually do in sequels, and that's kind of here. The main character in the first one like falls in love with this other character. Then in this one they have kids. Like the villain comes back, or there's a new thing, new threat, or there's some other, and like there's a new civilization. It's like I've seen all this before. Yeah, and the film doesn't do anything interesting with it. Not at all. I like James Cameron. I love Titanic, and I love Judgment Day. I also really like the first Terminator and Aliens, but his Avatar movies aren't doing it for me. We'll see what he does next year. Avatar 3. We'll see what he does with Avatar 4 and 5. But if this is all he's going to be doing for the next few years, I can't say I'm very like excited for his future as a director. I'm happy he's enjoying what he's making. It seems he's really passionate about it. But I think he needs, I don't know. He's a director that I think can do something really great. He's shown he can do really great stuff, but I feel like he may have lost his like real spark for me. His older stuff is great, but his newer stuff is not. So I don't know. Um, yeah, 4 out of 10. Again, another 4 out of 10. Abe. I just got done talking about All Quiet on Western Front, which I also gave a 4 out of 10. Um, it's if it's nominated for visual effects, it will win visual effects, and I don't have a problem with it winning visual effects. It probably has the best visual effects of the nominees for visual effects. Um, the other ones were like, yeah, visual effects. I'm fine with that one. Sound, I don't know. I don't know what's interesting about the sound, really. Um, production design, I mean, I guess depends on how much of it is CG. Yeah, I guess production design's fine. The world looks good. You know, it's a good looking movie. It's just a badly written movie and a badly paced one. Um, yeah, it's not good. 4 out of 10. What else was this nominated for? I guess that's it. Yeah. Uh, Surprising to get a cinematography nomination. It was a well shot movie. Honor, you've seen Banshees. Yeah. Which actually funny. Wait, is that actually the next one? Is Banshees next, or is it? Speaking of the Banshees of Inisherin, the Banshees of Inisherin. My favorite movie of the year. My favorite of the nominees. It is amazing. I love Martin McDonough. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's a really great um, director. He knows how to mix comedy and serious subject matters very well. As a person who relates heavily to the concept of this movie, it really just hit me hard for St. Patrick's Day. I don't know. I don't really care about it. I don't have anything against it. It's just like I don't. I'm not. I'm, I don't. I don't know. I'll probably go into a St. Patrick's Day parade or something. I don't know. I don't like going to parades though, but my mom might make me. I don't know. But yeah, Banshee slapped really hard. I love Three Billboards. I love In Bruges, and I love and I didn't love, but I really liked Seven Psychopaths. Okay, McDonough. And I also liked his short film he made back in like 2004. What was it called? Like Six Shooter. That was a fun short film. But this is his best movie, I think. It's so devastating. It's funny, but it's mostly devastating and emotional. Glass Onion got screenplay, adapted screenplay, and I will talk about that one later. Um, Bullet Train didn't get anything. The Batman I know you've seen, and that got a few nominees. Um, but I'll talk about that one later. Also, the cinematography is fantastic. The score is great. Um, Colin Farrell was fantastic. He's him and Kate Blanchett and Tar. If you hear a lawnmower outside, I'm sorry. Um, Both did a fantastic job, but I don't know which one I prefer more. It was not adapted. The Oscars are just stupid. I'll talk about that later because Top Gun was also nominated for that, even though it's not adapted. Um, it's very emotional. All the actors got nominated in this movie, basically, like all the main ones, and they all deserve it. If any of them win, I'm happy. Um, the It's just such a well done movie, emotional. As someone who personally relates to, I think everyone can relate to the subject matter in their own way because we've all lost a friend in our own way. It's just, you know, amazing movie. 10 out of 10. Love it. Favorite movie of the year. Next we have Cancer. I don't get the hype for this movie at all. I don't understand why people are fucking going crazy over Austin Butler. His performance was bad. The movie's bad. I don't like how he pronounced his fucking name. The director. I thought The Great Gatsby was bad. I thought Romeo and Juliet was bad. I haven't seen Moulin Rouge. Not interested. And whatever else he's made, I've only seen 3 of his movies, and I don't like any of them. This is his worst movie. It's so fucking long for no reason. Tom Hanks gives maybe the worst performance of the year. I'm gonna give a hot take right now. Tom Hanks isn't the best actor in the world like a lot of people treat him to be. Oh, he picks really bad roles, especially recently. In every movie that people have like told me, "Oh, he's fantastic in," I have not loved. Other than like he's good in Toy Story. I don't. That's the only thing I can think of. Like I guess he was good in Saving Private Ryan, but I wasn't the biggest fan of the movie. So I don't know. I didn't like Forrest Gump, and he was in that. Elvis as a musician is good. As a movie, no. Otto, a man called Otto Sweep. To me, looks so awful. Um, yeah, it's like the editing is awful. It will win best editing because it is going to be the whole Bohemian Rhapsody thing all over again. I guarantee you. I'm very tired of people being like, "Oh, he did such a great performance because he played a real person." Like, same thing happened with Rami Malek. Same thing happened with some other ones. I think. Oh, The Eyes of Tammy Faye. That was an issue where people were like, "Oh yeah, Jessica Chastain was great." It's like, no, she wasn't. She did. You just say she's great because she played a real person and did like a voice and was like somewhat accurate to the person. Doesn't mean it's a good performance as a whole. Same thing happens here. The CGI, everything looks awful. It's so bad. The music choices are terrible. Worst of the nominees. 1 out of 10. I fucking can't stand this. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Let's go to the next one. Everyone's pick for best picture, basically, and I do think this one will win. This is an awesome movie. So much fun. I haven't seen I haven't seen Bohemian Rhapsody. I was just using it as like an example of an actor who was praised for that type of role. But Everything Ever All at Once, basically everyone's like Oscar darling for a good reason. It's a fantastic movie. Amazingly directed. The Daniels will probably get. I prefer Banshees also. I even prefer Tar, which I'll talk about later. Um, but yeah, Everything Ever All at Once, phenomenal movie. For all the reasons people say it is, I don't really need to talk about this one too much. I think very well made, very fun, very original. I don't think Banshee's gonna win Best Picture. I think it's gonna be this movie. This movie has the most hype around it. To the point where it's just like this seems like it's gonna win. It'll be cool if it does. The Daniels are great directors. I wasn't the biggest fan of Swiss Army Man, but I really loved The Death of Dick Long, and I really loved this movie, of course. It's just such a blast of a movie, very thought provoking, very emotional, very well made, very cool. Just a really cool movie. It's like the biggest movie of the year, possibly, other than maybe Top Gun. So you probably already heard everything about it. I don't need to say anymore. We're just gonna move on to the next one. Oh, fun. We get to talk about Steven Spielberg's masturbation. Great. Oh my god. I don't think Top Gun's winning Best Picture, but I cannot stand this movie. I can't. I don't understand why it's so loved. It's Spielberg just kind of being like, "Oh, look how great I am! Look how amazing I am! I I didn't I have such a horrible past? Aren't I? Didn't I just like come up and you know whatever?" The filmmaking is pretty bad. He put CGI over a lot of this, and it shows. It is very poorly made. There's weird camera movements. The tornado shit's dumb as fuck. um, uh, the movie has like weird camera movements where it's like almost like he almost like dropped the camera. It looks so weird. The acting is not good. Paul Dano did fine. Michelle Williams is bad. The main actor, who I can't remember and don't care, was bad. The other guy who's nominated, the like uncle Judd Hirsch or whatever, was not good. Spoilers, I guess, but everyone talks about it at this point. I think everyone knows that happens. The David Lynch cameo wasn't all that interesting to me. I'm not some like Lynch fanboy. I like him from what I've seen, but like I'm not some guy who like kisses the ground he walks on. So whenever I saw it, I was just like, cool, you got David Lynch. Um, it felt like a Marvel movie scene. It was like, oh, cool, a cameo from someone that people love. I don't get why it's loved at all. It's a 2 out of 10. I can't stand it. Yeah, bad movie. Whatever. Hope you enjoyed Honor. It seems like everyone is, but not. I didn't like it. So yeah. Tar, the one that I think probably won't win anything. I don't know. This is an amazing movie. Um, it is so. Why am I called the one which came out good? Is wrong. Um, Tar is a very just so like meticulous. It's such a meticulous movie. Um, it's so it's made with so much like thought and so much care. Todd Field is such a fantastic director. I also watched his movie Little Children, and that was fantastic too. It is just such a powerhouse of a movie. What is this Estes movie? I don't even know what that means. Kate Blanchett. I hope she wins. She probably won't, but I hope she wins. Um, she was fantastic. Her and Colin Farrell go back and forth for my favorite performances of the year. Uh, Brendan Fraser was also fantastic, which I'll talk about later. It's just such a thought-provoking movie. It's just like it sticks in your head. So many scenes of this movie just stick in my head. It's my second for the nominees. What was that? Okay, I hope nothing happened there. That was weird. Um, Scared. They're gonna be Williams. What the hell is happening? Oh, my Wi-Fi. I hope you guys are not seeing my screen load. If you are, then I'm sorry. You're breaking the matrix. Is that me saying does that have to do with that, or you referring to something else? Um, I don't know. I feel like they're not gonna. I feel like just knowing the Oscars, it's not going to go to Kate Blanchett. Just something is like this is gonna be the screw up of the year. Almost everyone's wanting this, and no one's gonna. And she's not gonna get it because everyone's wanting it. Because that's how the Oscars are. But yeah, it's a amazing movie. Just such a meticulous and so well done movie. I even love the ending. I know the ending is kind of controversial. I love it. I think it's such a just interesting way to end it. It makes sense thematically, and it makes sense with the story. I think it's fine. I love it. Just awesome movie. I want to rewatch it at some point. Same with Everything Ever All at Once. Next we have. This is the one I have the least to say about. It's a fun blockbuster movie. The original sucks, but this one's cool. Sorry, Honor, but the original Top Gun's awful. This movie's cool. Really awesome flying scenes. Tom Cruise did a good job. A little too much of the fan service. Like, there is too many scenes in this movie where it's literally just flashing back to the original. Miles Teller plays on like the piano, and then they have to like, as if that image isn't enough to kind of bring you back to the original. They had to then show the clip of of his dad playing the piano. It's like, we get it. But yeah, it's a really just cool, fun movie. It was a great theater experience. It was just so much fun. I love the ending. It's so corny and cheesy, but it works very well. I don't remember the what was it, the Lady Gaga song. I don't remember it all, so I can't um, comment on if it should win or not in terms of song. Oh yeah, I can bitch about this. Why is this nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay? It's not an adaptation of anything. I don't think the original Top Gun is. This is like whenever didn't they nominate like Borat in like 2020? This is like when they did that. Like they're grasping for straws. It's like, can't you actually like do research on what movies came out and actually like see, hey, this is based off a book. This looks cool. Even if you don't want to watch it, since you don't watch the movies anyway, how about you just like, you know, just be like, hey, this movie was based off a book. This movie looks cool. Let's watch. But let's do it. But no, for some reason you're like, oh no, we can't do that. We can't. Whatever. But yeah, I haven't seen either Borat movies. I need to. I've been told that the first one's insanely funny, and the second one's pretty good too. It looks like something I'd enjoy. But yeah, 7 out of 10, decent movie. Another 7 out of 10, Triangle of Sadness. The first 2 acts of this movie is like an 8 or a 9. The first 2 acts of this movie slap hard. Really fun setup for the first act. Then you have everything on the boat that's just an absolute blast. It's based off which feature for it. I don't think that should count. He's like, I don't know. But no, Triangle of Sadness is really cool. Where the problem comes in is that the final act just takes a dip in quality. You have the first 2 amazing acts, and you have the third act just like, not bad, just like, okay. And then the ending's kind of but I really love the first 2 acts, and I love the direction. I love the acting. It's super funny. And the third act has its moments too. It's a really fun movie. If it wins, I will be mad. Director, any of them, they're all pretty deserved, I think. There's enough. The Castaway stuff was born. It was. There were moments that were pretty fun. I will say it's the weakest part, though. Seems like everyone agrees with that too. It was very well shot, very well made. If it, I don't know, I enjoyed it. Definitely flawed though. Not perfect. Oh god. Sorry about that. Next, we have the final Best Picture nominee we'll be talking about. Women Talking. I think the entire movie should have just been on the ship. Or something. Kind of be like, thank you. Kind of like being like a Titanic kind of situation where most of the movie takes place on the ship. Maybe like the ending of the movie is whenever they get washed up. That would have been better, I think, than what they did. Women talking. When I first watched this movie, I gave it like a 6, and then I thought about it the more, and I was just like, this is a 5. I love what it's saying. I'm in support of what it's saying. I am in support of all that stuff. I understand why it's resonating with people in that way. Where if you just really resonate with this message, then of course you're gonna love it. It's well shot, though there is one thing that I'm gonna rant about. Um, and the acting is decent, pretty good, but this movie is so like repetitive. It takes like the 12 Angry Men structure, but it's not as interesting as that movie is. Um, the color grading is, oh god, that's the worst part of this movie. I think is the color grading. It ruins the great shots a lot. There's some really good cinematography, but the color grading is just so ugly. Um, it's very predictable, and I also think it also feels like there's like a whole like I almost feel like there's supposed to be like a whole like half hour of this movie that's missing from the beginning. Like there was supposed to be more in the beginning, and they just cut it out because like the movie basically feels like it's like short thing telling us what happened, an entire debate for almost the entire movie, then like the final 10 or so minutes are them leaving. And I feel like it would have been better if they one shortened the debating stuff, added more to the beginning, and added more to the ending, and just paced it better. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's a fine movie. It's well made for the most part, other than that awful color grading. I get the point of the color grading. It just doesn't do a good job at using it. Hmm. But yeah, that's the final of the Best Picture nominees. Now we're gonna go on to the animated ones. Del Toro's Pinocchio. And I'm gonna make some more as I'm talking about this one. Um, this one was pretty awesome. I love Del Toro. He's a fantastic director, I think. He's made some movies. He's made some bad ones. I'll admit. I'm not a big fan of like his Blade movie and Mimic. Yeah, and also his like Hellboy movie that wasn't really good either. But his like most almost everything he's made recently has all been great. From Pan's Labyrinth to this. The only movie I would say that wasn't the best from his most recent ones would be like um, Crimson Peak, which was good, but it's not as good as others. Where's the international ones? Here it is. I typed it. Oh yeah, I already talked about All Quiet. So, um, the movie is insanely well animated. The stop motion animation just absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love the way this movie looks. The story is very well written. It is very emotional. It is so it it's it resonated with a lot of people. It resonated with me. I love a lot about it. I love how it takes like the original Pinocchio. I don't think is a very good movie personally, and I don't think that. And like I watched like 5 Pinocchios before this one, and none of them, and like only one of them was good before this one. This movie, I think, is the best version of the Pinocchio story. Um, this movie has just like you know, it takes my problems with the original story, fixes them, and just makes it just so much better. You can tell it was very personal to him too, with the way he made it. It almost becomes like an animated Synecdoche, New York, more in the way of just what the message is, not in the way that like, oh, it's so complicated or whatever. No, it's just it kind of has like the same message of like we're all gonna die. And I think that's funny in a way, and also very well done. Um, the movie was very entertaining. I watched this with me, Abe, and a person named Sam. We watched this in a watch party, and we all had a lot of fun with it. We all loved it. Um, it's I think this is gonna be what wins best animated, either that or another one that I'll talk about. And if either of the ones that the other ones I'm talking about win, I'm completely fine with that because they are both great. And I do think this one kind of, I mean, it's a Del Toro movie, so like, you know, the Oscars like Del Toro, and it's very emotional, and it's a musical. Speaking of the music, the only criticism I have of this movie is that the music is not memorable to me. And if it was just like little tiny songs here and there, it wouldn't be a big deal. But it's like a musical, and the music, I can't tell you a single thing about it. That's the only thing that doesn't work for me with this movie. Everything else, fantastic, but the music isn't the best, in my opinion. So yeah, 8 out of 10 though, kind of a low 8 out of 10, but I loved it enough to where it be an 8. Next we have Turning Red. I'm gonna be honest about this one. Gonna be honest about this one. I enjoyed this one more than most people. Seems like a lot of people are like, "Oh, this movie's cringe. This movie's this." Shut up. I'm sorry, but yeah, if you genuinely just did not like the movie, cool. But if you're one of those people on like Instagram and TikTok and stuff that's just like, "Oh, I'm a Sigma male. Just shut the fuck up. Just shut up. People are like, "Oh, Pixar sucks now. This movie." It's like there were bad Pixar movies back then, and this is actually one of the better ones. I actually prefer this over most of the old ones. It's a really enjoyable, sweet passion project movie. Not passion project exactly, but there was something personal in this movie that I really respect. It's almost like an indie film in a way, like an indie Pixar film, and I like that. It was very funny, very cute. Some of the humor didn't work fully well, but it was just adds so much heart to it. It's just like I love the animation. It's like when the trailer first dropped and everyone was like, "Oh my god, this looks awful," I was like, "Let's give it a chance," and I gave it a chance. I'm like, you know what, this is pretty cool. This is actually a really great year for the animated ones. And if it wins, a lot of people will not be happy, but if it wins, I'll be like, cool, it was good. Um, yeah, I don't know, it was fun. 7 out of 10. I enjoyed it. Shoot me. I don't know what to do. I don't tell you. Um, it was harmless. I didn't mind that it talked about the stuff it talked about. I think it should be talked about. These kids do experience it. Like people experience it. Like they're going to experience it. Why would you hide the fact that they're going to experience it? And why can't movies talk about it? Talk about this stuff. Stupid. Stupid for people to get that mad over it. People were really stupid with Pixar too, I swear to God. Stupid Lightyear controversy, all it's stupid. Next we have what probably is everyone's favorite of the animated ones. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. When I first watched this, I was like, it's pretty good. And then when I watched it again, I really loved it. This is a blast of a movie. So well made, very well animated, really well written, very fun, very emotional in ways, and very thought provoking in ways, which is insane coming from a Puss in Boots movie. The first one sucks, but this one's pretty cool. I love the comedy a lot. It's actually really funny. It's very endearing. There's a lot of fun jokes and plays on fairy tales and stuff. It's the action's great. The animation style is so cool and so great to look at. My only problem with it, uh, hmm, I have my issues with it, but I'm just trying to kind of remember like because it's a movie that's just like so entertaining, but where it's kind of hard to like, like it's not like a 10 out of 10 or something like that, but it's just like I there was a part of me that was a little confused on something near the end. I don't want to spoil it, but there was some things I was kind of like, uh, that's a little weird, but yeah, very fun movie. Loved it. 8 out of 10. Would watch again probably. Maybe go up to a 9. I don't know. Really, my favorite DreamWorks movie. My favorite Shrek movie too. So yeah, pretty cool that this movie turned out as cool as it was. Because I had zero faith in it. But to be honest, I was like, there's no way this is gonna be like some masterpiece or not masterpiece, but like some cool movie like everyone's saying it is, and it was cool. So 8 out of 10. Oh, okay. The only bad nominee this year for the animated ones. No one watched this. No one watched this unless they were binging like I did. I don't know what to say about it. It's like it steals from every other animated movie ever, especially like How to Train Your Dragon. The animation, eh. Voice acting, not good. Yeah, I don't. 3 out of 10. It was boring. It started off kind of interesting, and then it just like, yeah, got nothing to say about it. 3 out of 10. Let's move on to the best one of the animated nominees. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. Banger. Love this. Adored this. So cute. So thought provoking. Fun. Hilarious. Made me cry over a shell with shoes on and eye and everything. Just such like it's just it's so personal and so beautiful. I love the format. It is just such a good movie. I love it. 9, 10, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. I thought Nemo maybe dropping to a 9, but either way, yeah, fantastic movie. Favorite animated movie of the decade so far. Um, and yeah, just awesome. Loved it. Um, oh, and yeah, the shorts from back then, or like back in like 2010 or whatever, were great too. Now we got the international ones. This one was good. Argentina 1985. This got a lot of hype. And then I watched it. I'm like, this is good, but I don't see why it's getting so much hype. It's a decent biopic. Decent, easy to digest biopic. There's some cool stuff here and there. I really enjoyed the interrogation scenes and stuff, like the testimonies and stuff. It was well made for the most part. It had really bad music choices though. That was one thing that I noticed was just like how bad the music was. It was fine. It was enjoyable. I didn't hate myself watching it, but I will probably never watch it again. I wasn't really bored by it really. Um, the ending was kind of disappointing. Uh, it was fine. 6 out of 10. Low 6 out of 10. I don't. It's 1985. Is it 1984? No, it's 1985. It's 1985. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's a good movie. 6 out of 10. Close. Wasn't a fan. I was bored for a lot of it. I couldn't get Which one looks like boring? Which one, Abe? Oh, okay. Which one looks boring, Abe? Argentina or Close? Because Close is boring. Um, oh, then Argentina, I guess. Close. It was well shot. It was well acted. Overall, well made. There was just something so distract. Something I just could not get into about it. There were like some lighting things too that I wasn't a big fan of. Um, I was bored with the story. I couldn't get into the characters. A lot of it was just like, oh, okay. Oh, they're not gonna be friends anymore. Okay, they're not gonna whatever. It's like Petite Maman and like those other just like coming of age stories where it's just like I enjoy a good coming of age story, but this is just not a good coming of age story. Um, I don't know. It was boring. 5 out of 10. Not. I gave it a 4 at first. I'm like, it's not that bad. It's not really bad at all. It's just boring. So yeah, 5 out of 10. Low 5 out of 10. Yo, another boring one that I was really disappointed by because I was. It looked really cute and really cool and really unique. And other than the really cool cinematography, this movie has nothing going for it in terms of like storytelling. Basically, the entire movie is just we treat animals badly, stop treating animals badly. There. That I just told you the entire point of the movie. It is well made. The acting is good. The I love the cinematography. I love the different perspectives. Yeah, it's in perspective of a donkey, and they had a lot of fun with that visually. It was decent at first. I was like kind of into it at first, and then just turned into something really boring. And then the ending really just felt like a big slap in the face, and I wasn't satisfied in the end. I wasn't interested. Um, well, sorry, Alt Whip. I didn't enjoy it very much. um, it will not win best international. All Quiet's gonna win, so whatever. So I can't say whether or not I hope it wins or not because it won't. Though I would not be really satisfied if it did. I don't know. This and Close both are just kind of like I don't have anything to say about 5 out of 10. My is the next one the one I think it is? Yes, it is. Cool. This one was cool. The Quiet Girl, really cute, fun movie. Arnav, hello. Really cute movie. Really enjoyable. Very well shot. Gave it a 6 at first, and then I thought about it. It's like maybe this is a 7. This is a 7. Favorite of the international nominees. It is really just enjoyable. Um, it is a very just like well made movie. It's very cute, very enjoyable. The what are you talking about, Alt Whip? He's Arnav. You're cool. Don't leave. I don't know what Alt Whip is talking about. Um, um, yeah, it is Irish. It will not win, but I would love it if it won because it's the best of the nominees. It is just such a cute, emotional movie that I didn't absolutely fall in love with, but I did really enjoy. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Oh no. Okay. Now we have the we have the documentary nominees. And then after that, I'm just gonna actually no, never mind. Hold on. Right. I'm yeah the documentary nominees, which were this year. There was two great ones we don't talk about, but this one was not one of them. This kind of was not great. um, it was. Let me look at it was very boring. It was not interesting at all. It was just yeah. I don't know what to say about it. It was just like so boring and so like whatever. I was just kind of like, oh, cool, I guess. Um, it looked nice. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Whatever. 5 out of 10. Let's go on to the next one. All Beauty and Bloodshed. I watched this. This is one of the more fresh ones. This one was good. It was interesting. Um, it had really good presentation for the most part. It was definitely a movie where uh, it was definitely a movie where it kind of how do you say it? If you're really interested in the subject matter, you'll really enjoy it. Um, where this movie falters for me though is that it is insanely not insanely, but like it's just so weirdly paced. And it's kind of just like, oh, I don't know. It's just like I don't enjoy the way it's. I don't love the way it's paced. It's not boring. It's just like there's moments where it's really great, and there's other moments where it's like, and I kind of wish it was just a little more consistent with that. With its quality. But overall, it's a decent movie. By the end of the movie, I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. Um, um, the the subject matter is definitely one that's very important. And yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It's just a good movie, 6 out of 10. Let me just do this. Next, we have Fire of Love, which will probably win the documentary one. I think this one will be the documentary winner, which I will have no problem with at all. It was a good. Um, it was a great movie. Um, the rest of the nominees after I done talking about the series, I'm going to put it at random order. Um, it is insanely well made. It's very beautiful, very meditative. It's a tad it can drag at times, but for the most part, it is very well done. I just really enjoyed it. It's definitely one I'd really recommend to people who either find the concept interesting, or you know, want a really cool experience. It's a really cool experience. Yeah, not too much to say about it. I forgot that one was fucking on. That's all right. Hold on. I'm just remembering certain things. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe that's nominated. But yeah, yeah, it was a really cool documentary. 7 out of 10. Definitely recommend. I know I'm getting a little weird with the way I'm talking right now, but that's because I'm trying to type all these while doing this. And probably should have done that later, but whatever. A House Made of Splinters, the best documentary of the nominees. It is so emotional and just like, when you watch a movie and it's just like it pisses you off in a good way, where it's just like, this should not be happening. This should not exist. This movie should not exist. It shouldn't have to exist. It is about like these kids in a shelter, in like a shelter in Ukraine, and what whatever, and how basically they are put there because their parents can't take care of them anymore for abuse or some other reason. And just kind of go through like the horrible things they have to go through emotionally. You know, having calling their parents and their parents saying like, "Oh yeah, I'll come visit you," then don't visit them, or like just other things, having to be taken to orphanages, having to deal with all the terrible things that can happen there. It is just such an emotional experience. I love it a lot. It's my favorite of the nominees, like I said. Second favorite documentary of the year under We Met in Virtual Reality. It's a great documentary. 8 out of 10. Yeah. Navalny. um. Oh, I forgot After Sun was nominated. Fuck. Okay. Um. The How do I even say on this one? It was decently presented, but the entire movie was literally just like, I don't know. You could watch this movie without watching it. You could just put it on the background and get everything out of it. Basically, it it's just not interesting. I don't know. 5 out of 10, whatever. And is that all the Oh yeah, okay. So the rest are I'm gonna be doing in a random order. So yeah, Babylon by Damien Chazelle. I love this movie. I think it was great. I love this production value, the cinematography, the acting. It was such a blast. The 3 hours went by pretty quickly. It is so fun and just really interesting. The way it criticizes Hollywood is, I thought, was decent. I love Damon Chazelle's directing, the editing, the way it just it's so chaotic and just so much fun. A lot of memorable moments and scenes. Um, I will say it can definitely feel a little messy at times. It's like kind of all over the place, but it makes up for it. I think it's just a really cool movie. Um, Giselle is a great director as a whole. I think he's just really cool, and this is another banger. I hope that he continues to make bangers. Um, yeah, if it wins any of the awards it's nominated for, great. The score was great. The production value was design. I think it's nominated for is great. Makeup and hairstyling, I believe it's nominated for. That's great. Yeah. So yeah, great movie. The Batman. No, what the heck? Batman. The Batman. There you go. The Batman. Oh my god. This one. It is. What is this? It is a good movie. Um, with very good things about it. Um, but it is also a movie that's very flawed. Um, I don't like Paul Dano in this movie. I think he's very bad. Bad take. Bad take, Abe. Um, The cinematography is fantastic. For the most part, it's a really good looking movie. The visual effects, they were good. If it wins for that, good. I want to see, it was, I know it got, it's not costume design. Did it get production design? I think it got production design. I think it's nominated for production design. I might be wrong. Production design, no, it isn't. Is it just visual effects? Oh wait, is it sound? The sound. It was a very loud movie, so I don't know. um, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but it's a good movie. I enjoyed it. Very fun action, but it has a lot of issues too. Like, it feels, I don't like the Joker stuff at the end. I don't really like the Paul Dano stuff. I genuinely think if this movie did not have a villain, to be better. Just make it about, it didn't get costume design. It was good costumes, I guess, but it didn't get the costume design nomination. It got makeup and hairstyling, which was good for the most part, especially for Colin Farrell, who had a great year this year. It is. I don't think, whatever. Um, but yeah, it is a decently made movie, but I feel there's just a lot that brings it down in terms of just like its villains and its pacing. The music was great, but was very like repetitive, also at times. It's a good movie. 6 out of 10. Whatever. Good movie. Oh, fun. The Whale. Awesome movie, though a lot of people seem to not agree. I saw this movie in the theater. Loved it. It is such a emotional, just so well done movie. Very well done character study. Darren Aronofsky. He's such a fantastic director in how he is able to make the audience feel for his characters. He looks at him so much like almost, he looks at him in a way that's almost like both empathetic and not empathetic at the same time, that just makes us feel for them in ways. Um, the movie's very thought provoking. It is so, it's like fantastic on every level of like filmmaking. Like, cinematography looked great. The makeup and hairstyling, is that what it's nominated for? Yeah, that's fantastic. Brendan Fraser, best, maybe my third favorite performance of the year, maybe my second favorite. I don't know. I like a revolving, like, I like three performances this year that are like all basically tied. Colin Farrell in Banshees, Kate Blanchett in Tar, and Brendan in Royal. Um, it is just such an emotional movie. It is very well made. I think that the ending can looks a tad silly, but we're like, he kind of, not without spoiling, something kind of happens, and it's a little silly, but I still got the point of it, and I still love what it was communicating as a whole. It didn't bother me too much. I hope Brendan wins. He probably will. And yeah, 9 out of 10. Fantastic movie. Um, Darren Aronofsky did it again. To Leslie, the very controversial nominee, because a lot of people think that it doesn't deserve it, not because it was bad or whatever, but because of like its weird things surrounding it. I loved it. Oh my god, why? I pressed the thing. Alright, there we go. To Leslie. Fantastic movie, 8 out of 10. Very emotional, very well done, like, character study. Um, um, very. It it's very just so it's a very interesting movie. Um, because it just has this like tone that's just so welcoming almost. It's just so like enjoyable. It's it's very emotional, very hard hitting. I love the acting a lot. Eh, It's justified in ways because in ways it did break Oscar rules. On the other hand, I think it's fine because like it's a great performance. It's deserved. She did a great job. Um, it's a movie that I don't want to talk too much about because I don't want to spoil anything. But it's a very emotional movie, very well done. It can be a 9, but it's an 8 for right now. Yeah, very well done. Um, Bardo, very unique. I love this movie. I love the cinematography. It's awesome. The just the way it's so weird and so just expressive. I love it. I love the surrealism. It's such a insane movie. Um, very well acted, very well made as a whole, very personal. And I love that. I hope it wins best cinematography because it deserves it, but it'll probably go to All Quiet on the Western Front because the Oscars suck. Um, yeah, it's just like it's hard to talk about because it's like, you know, not really a movie where you can really talk about it. The CGI, I'll admit, looks a tad weird at times, but I still enjoyed it. It was awesome. I loved it. But it's awesome. So yeah, Bardo. And Aritu did it again, man. Love this man. Uh, uh, Empire of Light. I forgot this was nominated. It's not bad. It's just like so. It's a Sam Mendes movie. Basically, everything you'd expect from a Sam Mendes movie. Um, it starts off good. Roger Deakins cinematography, awesome. If it wins cinematography, not too mad about that because it is good. Um, the acting is kind of hit or miss for the most part. Olivia Colman did a good job, but the other guy, who I can't remember his name, did not do the best job in the world. He wasn't bad really, but he's kind of just like okay. Michael Ward, mm, everyone else was I guess they were fine. It was an interesting story for the first half, then it just became the most cliched shit ever. I was like, oh my god, okay. I hate how it handles the racism shit. It's not well done at all. It's Oscar bait. It's not awful. It's not even really bad. It's just mediocre. There were enough enjoyable aspects to it, but yeah, 5 out of 10. Whatever. Oh, fun! I get to piss everyone off. Good. RRR, more like repulsive, um, redundant, and what's our R word that's not offensive? um, that's like bad. I like mean something bad. Why can't I think of something? Whatever. Anyway, it was bad. 2 out of 10. Fuck this goddamn movie. Is that a noxious, unenjoyable experience? I do not care what any fucking defense people have for it. Um, it is maybe the most overrated movie. He just very involved and irritated. It is stupid, ugly. The action is not good. I don't fucking care. I don't want. I have so much hatred for this just because it's just like this movie represents something that I don't like in movies, and that's just like the idea that fun is objective, and that people are just like, oh, if you don't like this movie, you just hate fun, or if you don't like this movie, you're racist, or you're this. Like, just fuck off. It's a shitty movie. Cry about it. Cry about it. 2 out of 10. I don't care if I'm being an asshole. I'm so fucking done with it. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. It was not good. The CGI sucked. It was boring. His name is who got nominated? Who got nominated? I don't remember her name. I didn't remember her name. Angela Bassett. She was great. I'll give her that. She was really good. It was very boring though. The underwater scenes looked really bad. It's a Marvel movie. It's not very good. I don't like Marvel, so whatever. 4 out of 10. Not the worst thing in the world, but blah, 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 I don't know. Oh, talent like a woman. Bad movie. Blah blah blah. I'm getting like just tired of these fucking shitty ass movies. Um, yeah, it was like just so not good. the Everything sucked. The song that it's nominated for, awful song. The production value is shit. Uh, there's a weird thing in this movie where when the characters were drawn, so there's like this is like a movie of different shorts and whatever. And in one of the shorts, the characters are driving, and it almost looks like they're not really driving. Like it looks like the background behind them is just moving. It looks so weird. It's very ugly, poorly acted. Yeah, not a good movie. 1 out of 10. Awful movie. Yeah, still better than Elvis. Another 1 out of 10. Um. Oh my god. Um. This movie. Oh my god. What's there even say about this boy? He's so fucking like disrespectful and exploitative. It's bad. Um. I can't even see anything that's really good about it. Ana de Armas, bad performance. Um. The cinematography looked good at times, but like that went to shit quickly. Restart it, buddy. You are like. What do you restarted? What? I don't. Okay, whatever. Uh, I mean, I don't know. This has already been talked about. It's a bad movie. It tries to be like a David Lynch movie. It fails terribly. I can't wait to see what Andrew Dominic does next. I mean, I wonder if how people are gonna react to it. Hmm. So yeah, I don't know. 1 out of 10. I'm gonna make. I'm gonna start making these really quick, because I don't have to know what to say about them. Why did that happen? I don't know. Whatever. Causeway, boring. I don't care. 4 out of 10. I don't know what to say about it. It was every movie I've ever seen. It was not good. The performance that's nominated for is not good. I forgot it was nominated. Living, it's just Akiru. Watch Akiru. The performance it's nominated for is a good performance. I'll give it that. But it's well shot too. It's a well-made movie, but it's just Akiru. Just watch Akira Kurosawa's movie. It's literally beat by beat, except it's in a different language, of course. So yeah, Ikiru moment. Boring movie, but not bad. 5 out of 10, whatever. Oh, fun. Ethan, you're gonna. Time for Ethan to start spamming me in a second. I'm gonna say this. Put an asterisk next to this one, because I do want to rewatch it. But from what I saw, I couldn't connect with it. I love everything about the filmmaking, production value, the cinematography, all that stuff, but something about it just kept me from connecting to it. I get why it's loved. I want to love it, but I don't. I will give it another shot in the future. I thought about doing it like yesterday or today, but I don't think I'm gonna do it today or yesterday. I'll give it another shot in the future. Maybe if like I want to make like a best of 2022 list, I'll watch it again and see if it appears. It's not even that I don't like it. I just don't connect with it. I get why it's loved. I just didn't connect with it too much. I'll give it another shot at some point, but right now, 5 out of 10. High 5 out of 10, but 5 out of 10. What do we have after that? Oh, okay. I need to start typing the animated shorts. Miss Harris Goes to Paris. Uh, uh, I'm not typing all this. Hold on. Uh, it was a boring movie. I don't know. It was like every every like conflict in this movie was resolved the minute it happened. Like there's many conflicts in this movie, and they're just like solved, just quickly done away with. It's just like some cute family movie, I guess, is what it's trying to be. But I, of course, don't appeal to that, so I found it really boring. Production design was fine. Um, um, yeah, I don't know. It was fine. Or not fine. It was not good. I don't know what I'm saying. It's fine. I'm trying to type these. I mean, I'm getting like messed up. But yeah, it was a movie. Where's the short documentary thing? I need to find the short documentaries. Documentary short film. Here we go. Yeah, it was not good. I'm sorry. If I ever do this again, so if I do something like this again, I'm gonna do this beforehand. But I didn't realize I could even do this until I already started the stream, really. So it's just like, oh, and really dealing with all the strange. Okay, I got them all. Let me see the comments. Anyway, now we have the short films. I have not seen all of them, but I have seen some. Okay, this is this. I wasn't typing this entire fucking long ass thing. Okay, the boy, the mole, the fox, and the horse. The worst of the shorts. This movie was made for moms who put live, laugh, love in their kitchen. That's it. It's so fucking like it's asking to be quoted. It's asking to be like make me an Instagram reel, make me an Instagram audio, make me TikTok thing. Animation looks fine. It's not anything really impressive. The music was but like every like 30 or so seconds, it was just like, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? Oh, I want to be kind. Oh, what was the bravest thing you ever said? Oh, my bravest thing I ever said was that I asked for help. It's so pretentious, and it thinks it's smarter than it actually is. It wants to be a thing for kids, but it can't even be like that. It's just so boring. It tries to be just so like it's like, oh, aren't we so deep? Oh, make us your Instagram reel or your Instagram audio. Make this in quote us in your Instagram story, your Facebook bio. That's what it wants the people who watch this to do. And it is so pretentious and so bad. 3 out of 10. Fuck this. The Flying Sailor. This one I needed to rewatch. I needed to rewatch beforehand. And I wasn't fully sure how I felt about it, but I really enjoyed this. It's a cool little animated movie, short movie. It is really unique in its animation. It looks really cool. It is really just kind of cool. It's really short, goes by really quickly, but it's cool for what it is. It's really kind of trippy and weird. Um, yeah, 7 out of 10. Yeah, it has a penis. You see the guy's penis. So automatically it's a 10 out of 10. I know what I'm saying. Ice Merchants, really cool, short, really awesomely animated, whatever, amazingly animated, really emotional to me. I really loved just the way it told its story. I love the ending. It's really simple, but it's overall just really cool. I think it's really cool. 8 out of 10. I love it. The best short of the entire year. So just unique and interesting and personal and hilarious and raw. I when I first watched it, I wasn't like too big on it, but then I watched it again, and I'm just like, this is so. For a movie with this silly of a title, it's just so emotional. The ending is adorable, and I love it. I love just so much about this. It's a 9 out of 10. It is a phenomenal short film. I love how personal it is and just how like it's really saying something. Okay, so you guys, um, if you love just like really fun, unique, and creative animated movies that are very personal, then you'll love this. It's just so like just different animation styles, the different segments, and just how it's all put together is just so fun and so emotional and so well done. It's awesome. 9 out of 10. And okay, next is I only put an ostrich. It's like what the an ostrich told me the world is fake, and now I think I believe it. Whatever the fuck. Um, it was boring. It did nothing with its concept. It was very pretentious. There was some. It has some cool animation, but like the entire thing just says nothing. The voice acting was not very good. It really just felt like it was trying to be like smart and funny, but didn't understand how to. The movie also just gives away everything way too quickly. This should have been longer and should have had like an actual like a progression because it doesn't at all. Um, it thinks it's smarter than it actually is, and it's just not cool. 4 out of 10. Sorry, ostrich. It is kind of a ripoff. Synecdoche. No, honestly, it's more of a ripoff of like the Matrix or something. I don't know, like oh yeah, the world is fake or whatever. Like you're, you know, feel like that, like a rip. I don't know, it's a ripoff of a lot of things. Honestly, not a good movie. I only saw 3 of the. I didn't see any of the live shorts. I only saw 3 of the documentary ones. It was fine, boring. 5 out of 10. I don't know. It was fine. Really boring documentary, bad documentary. Did not give a single shit about what was going on. Did not care. 3 out of 10. Bleh, I don't care. Whatever. And the final one that we have to talk about, the most racist movie of the year, possibly. It was reading something. I don't see how this is nominated. I don't see how you can get away with nominating this. So morally wrong. And so, like, just not, just totally inappropriate, tone deaf, and just, yeah. Not very well made at all. Not cool. 2 out of 10. Fuck this. What is this? Man. Oh my god. That's all of them. We got through all of them in only an hour and 25 or so seconds. That's good. Yeah, that's good. I know this is kind of short. I'm going to be ending it soon. Be like, my voice, yeah, that's it. That's all. I know I was kind of quick with this, but that's all I wanted. I just want to get my thoughts out. Thanks. I just want to get my thoughts out on these and just be like, yeah, this is how I felt. Whatever. I want to do videos too, but I just don't have the motivation, and also some other stuff got in the way. I want to maybe do some 2023 reviews if there's streams and there's streams, if there are reviews, if there are reviews. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, this was fun enough. My voice hurts. My throat hurts, so I'm gonna end it soon. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like you know the drill. I hope I will do more stuff like this or even more cooler stuff. Whatever. Thanks, Abe. I'm gonna end it, and can't wait to see which ones wins and loses and shit, and make fun of the Oscars tonight. Gonna be fun. Yeah. See you guys later.